Why all? It looks like Debrat's marriage is falling apart and the tea is piping hot. Debrat just dragged her wife Judy for filth, calling Judy out for being a deadbeat mom and a gold digger. But that's not even the worst part, because why all? Just wait till you hear about these money problems. Why all? This stuff is getting messier by the minute. We're talking about some serious accusations flying back and forth between these two. Debrat ain't holding back either, and she's spilling all the tea about Judy being a deadbeat mom. Can you believe that? But hold on, because there's more. It seems that Judy's got some financial troubles too. We're talking about brands flopping and rumors of bankruptcy. Why all? Tea is scalding. But get this. Judy's feeling all kinds of betrayed, and she is fighting back hard. Why all aren't ready for this tea that's about to spill, because this marriage drama is about to get crazy. So, let's rewind this messy drama. Remember when Brat and Judy first got together? Well, there's a twist to their whole love story that nobody saw coming. What if Judy wasn't as committed as she seemed? Why all? The tea on Brat and Judy's relationship is getting weird. We thought these two were ride or die from day one, but it looks like their love story isn't as sweet as they tried to make it seem. Let's spill some piping hot tea about how these two really got together. Brat and Judy's relationship went public back in 2020, but they had been linked since 2017. That's when they met at some Kaleidoscope event. Yeah, that's Judy's hair company that she's always been pushing. Get your edges right, ladies. But here's where it gets even juicier. Turns out Judy wasn't all in from the start. Word on the street is that Judy actually left Brat at one point to go back to some man she was with before. Can you believe it? Here's Brat thinking she found her soulmate, and Judy's out here playing musical chairs with her love life. Girl, make up your mind. Well, this got people wondering about Judy's past relationships. Seems like she's got a whole history of putting her career before her kids. Now, I'm not one to judge, but it does make folks question if she's really all about that love and family life with Brat, or if there's something else going on. But y'all, it gets even messier. You know how Brat and Judy had that big, beautiful wedding, right? Well, some sources are saying that they aren't even legally married. Apparently that ceremony was just for show, no paperwork was involved. It seemed like they were giving business transactions, not real love. But speaking of business, let's talk about why Judy might have been so keen on locking Brat down. Some folks are saying that Judy's always seen Brat as a way to boost her own brand. I mean, think about it. Judy gets with her famous rapper, and suddenly she's all over social media, and her hair products are getting even more attention. Coincidence? Maybe not. All this drama going on has people looking at Judy all kinds of sideways. Was she ever really into Brat, or was this all just a big show for the cameras? And what about all those kids Judy had before she met Brat? Seems like there's a whole lot of history between Judy and her past that she's been keeping under wraps. Now, we all thought Judy was just about doing her hair business, Kaleidoscope, but there's more to the story. What if her entire relationship with Brat was just another product she was trying to sell? Are why all sitting down yet? Because listen, it looks like Judy's carefully crafted her image, but listen up, cause it's about to get even messier. We've been talking about Brat and Judy's relationship drama, but now we're diving deep into some real shady business. People are starting to question if Judy's feelings for Brat were ever genuine, or if this whole relationship was just a big old publicity stunt. But let's break it down. Remember all those fancy gifts Judy was always giving Brat, cars on cars? Well, some folks are saying it wasn't just out of love. No, they're saying Judy was trying to buy her way into the spotlight. It's like she saw Brat as her golden ticket to fame and fortune. There's talk going around that Judy might not even be into women for real. Can we all believe that? Well, some of her exes are out here swearing that Judy's about as straight as an arrow. So why would she go and marry a woman? Well, why all? It all comes back to that fame and fortune dollar signs. Think about it. Judy gets with Brat, the so-so deaf rapper, and suddenly she's all over the media. Her hair products are getting more attention. Coincidence? I don't think so. It's like Judy saw Brat as her personal billboard, and she was ready to do whatever it took to keep that ad space. And why all? It gets even shadier. Remember that big proposal Judy did for Brat? People are saying it might have been more about business than love. Some folks think Judy was just trying to cash in on that LGBTQ support. Talk about using love to make a buck. But why all? There's more. Of course, Brat's family wasn't buying what Judy was selling from the start. Brat's sister Jesseca was giving Judy the side eye from day one. It's like she could see right through all of Judy's sweet talking and fancy gifts. Makes you wonder what Jesseca knew that the rest of us didn't. Now, I'm not saying Judy's some kind of evil genius or long con artist, but when you look at everything together, it sure does paint a picture. It's like Judy saw Brat as her chance to level up in life, and she wasn't about to let it slip away. But here's the thing that's got everybody talking. If Judy was just using Brat this whole time, why is she acting all shocked and hurt now? Listen, If you were playing games from the start, what did you think was going to happen? But hold up, wait a minute, ye all thought I was finished? Judy wasn't exactly mom of the year. Debrat's been spilling some tea that's got everybody questioning Judy's parenting skills. So, remember how Judy's always posting these cute pictures with True on social media? Well, turns out that might just be for show. Debrat's out here exposing Judy for being a deadbeat mom, not just to True, but to her other kids too. Yeah, you heard me, Judy's got 3 other kids before she even met Debrat. But here's the kicker, apparently, she wasn't there for them either. It's like, girl, you've got some type of pattern going on here. But why all? Debrat allegedly isn't holding back. She's calling Judy out for not being there for her kids while she was building her empire. We're going to get to that tea in a second. According to an insider, Brat and Judy have been fighting a lot over simple things, especially when it comes to their son, True. I'm talking simple, random fights over things like who gets to strap him in the car seat. The insider added that Judy seems determined to call all the shots when it comes to parenting, and Brat isn't having it because she thinks it's all for show, cause Judy isn't all that interested in her son. But get this, Judy's all over social media showing off her mom skills with True, but some folks are saying it's all for show, and they're calling it performative parenting. Like, are you really being a good mom, or are you just trying to look like one for the gram? But here's where it gets real interesting. Remember how Judy admitted she wasn't there for her kids while she was building her business? Well, according to her, she's trying to make up for it with True. It's like she's overcompensating, trying to prove that she can be a good mom this time around. And why all? Debrat's family saw through Judy's act from the start. They were giving her the side eye from day one. Makes you wonder what they knew. Now, I'm not saying Judy's a bad person, but when you look at everything together, it sure does paint a picture. It's like Judy's been playing games with everybody, Debrat, her kids, even her fans, and now it's all coming to bite her right back in that big ol' rotund booty. But if you thought this was the end of the drama, well, it's about to get worse. Why all? Remember when Judy flashed all that cash and was living large? Well, looks like her empire might be crumbling faster than a sandcastle in a hurricane. We've been spilling tea about Judy's messy love life and questionable parenting, but listen, that's just the appetizer. The main course is all about Judy's financial hot mess, and trust me, it's juicy. Word on the street is that Judy's brands are flopping hard. You know, all those hair products she's always pushing? Well, turns out they might not be selling like hotcakes after all. People are saying her business is tanking faster than the Titanic, and she's drowning in debt. But why all? It gets worse. There's talk going around that Judy might be facing bankruptcy. Can you believe that? This woman who's always been showing off her designer duds and fancy cars might be broke. It's like she went from Gucci to Goodwill overnight. But here's the kicker, some folks are saying that Judy's been using Debrat to try and save her sinking ship. Think about it, Judy marries this famous rapper, gets all this media attention, and suddenly her business gets a boost. It's like she's trying to ride Debrat's coattails to stay afloat. But why all? It looks like that plan is backfiring big time. With all this drama going on, people are starting to see through Judy's act, and they're not buying what she's selling anymore. And why all? If you're wondering how Debrat's feeling about all of this, well, let's just say she's not exactly shedding tears. Some insiders are saying that Debrat feels like she's been played. She thought she was marrying the love of her life, but now it seems like she was just a pawn in Judy's game. And why all? Debrat is not happy about it. There's talk going around that she might be ready to cut ties with Judy for good. Could this be the end of their relationship? Well, why all? We're just going to have to wait and see how this all plays out, but one thing's for sure, this tea is far from over. Afloat. But now the chickens are coming home to roost, and Judy's facing a mountain of debt. Now, I know what why all are thinking. If Judy's that broke, why was she always acting like she was rolling in dough? Well, some folks are saying it was all part of her plan to keep Debrat interested. Remember how we talked about Judy possibly using the rapper for fame? Well, it looks like she might have been using her for money too. Let's not forget about baby True and all this mess, because if Judy's really going broke, how's that going to affect their son? Some people are saying that's why Debrat's going hard for that child support. She wants to make sure True's taken care of, even if Judy can't afford to keep up appearances anymore. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Everybody's been wondering if Brat and Judy's love was real, or just for show. Well, we've got some tea that might make you question everything you thought about this power couple. It's time to dig deep into the truth behind Brat and Judy's marriage. We've been talking about their drama, their money troubles, and all that mess with the kid, but what if I told you their whole relationship might have been one big lie from the start? Let's break it down. Remember all those fancy gifts Judy was giving to Brat, the cars? the jewelry, the trips. Well, some folks are saying it wasn't just about love. They're saying that Judy was trying to buy Duprat's affection, just like she thought she could keep Dupart happy by throwing money at her. Well, we all know that's not how real love works, right? But it gets messier. You know how Duprat's a first-time mom to baby True, right? But word on the streets is that Judy's been stealing her thunder. Instead of letting Dupart enjoy that new mom glow, Judy's been all up in her business, trying to take over. Because remember when Brat and Judy were trying to have a baby? That whole process was hard. Judy went through some serious health issues during the IVF process. We're talking blood clots in her lungs, hospital stays, the whole 9 yards. And that kind of stress can put a real strain on any relationship, let alone one that might have been shaky to begin with.